Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nurish bin Zainuddin. I'm from class DKM1A. My matrix number is 14DKM24F1032. Today I'm going to talk about small welding in my study case workshop technology. There are various types of welding that we often use. Before solving a problem, we should identify what type of welding is appropriate, because not all types of welding are suitable for use with the problem at hand. As we know, there are various types of welding, including shielded metal arc welding, we call it SMAW, gas metal arc welding, we call it GMAW, and gas tungsten arc welding, we call it GTAW. But today, I will choose shielded metal arc welding SMAW as the main welding in solving the issue. Why and what are the advantage and disadvantage? I will share to all my friends in solving this problem. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Now, let's look at the question. There is a problem where the hull of a ship has cracked around 3 meters and requires welding process to prevent any leakage. This group of technicians has to solve the problem in less than 40 days. Write down the type of weld required and the work step that must be in place to repair the crack. Thickness of the mild steel of the hull is 12 mm. Criteria justification for the selection of the welding process. Number 1, state the characteristic of each type of weld select. Number 2, the welding work step. Number 3, estimate time and cost of welding to be carried out. And number 4, state the result based on the type of weld select. Question number 1. State the characteristic of each type of weld selected. I choose shielded metal arc welding small, or we call it small, because number 1, very suitable for use in open or windy areas or environments because the electrode coat is protected by a coating material flux that can prevent contamination, can provide suitable penetration on steel thickness of 12 mm. Melting of the flux layer on the rod will simultaneously form gas and slag that protects the weld pool from the surrounding atmosphere. Also suitable for joining or repairing cracks in the ferrous and non-ferrous materials with various material thickness in all directions. Question number 2. The welding work step. Now we're gonna talk about it. Perform preliminary inspection and surface preparation. That's number 1. If there is any dirt such as rust or paint on the crack area, it should be cleaned first. Example of tools that can be used for cleaning are grinders. This is because the grinder can ensure a clean surface. Number 2, crack repair preparation. To increase penetration, make a V-shape groove on the crack 3 meters long with a depth of 6 mm. Use an additional material that is filler with the appropriate length and depth of the crack and measure the length of the crack. Number 3, electrode selection. Set the current at 120 until 180 amperes for good result and use a 3.2 mm electrode. Number 4, welding process. Make sure to weld consecutively and start the welding process from the innermost part to the outside. Innermost part to the outside. The melting rate should be even and always monitor the movement of the electrode. Number 5, inspection of the welding. Repeat the welding step in the necessary specific area only if there is a defect during welding. And lastly, cleaning and final inspection. Do a visual inspection, and if there is any residue of flux residue, it should be cleaned. And for an additional protective measure of good result, this is just a information. Use anti-rust paint and repaint the area. Now we're gonna talk about question number 3. It is estimate time and cost of welding to be carried out. We're gonna talk about estimate time. The welding process only takes 7 or 8 days, 10 to 12 days depending on the problem that occurs, the level of complexity, and the whether if it is uncertain. Number two, welding costs. Additional examination costs such as X-ray or ultrasound, RM 500 until 700. Labor cost of technician estimate at 150 per day, RM 2100 until 3000. Cost of additional materials, flux wire and electrocode, RM 50 until 70 per kilogram. Now we're going to move on to question number 4. State the result based on the type of weld select. If For me, I use shielded metal arc welding. We call it small. By using the type of small welding, deep penetration can prevent any type of cracking or leakage from occurring in the future. Number two, the result of welding makes the crack completely closed. And third, the welding result is stronger and suitable for 12 ml mild steel. For me, uh, when using the shielded metal arc welding is more good. Now we are at the end. What conclusion that we can take from using small welding? In conclusion, we can access that by using small type welding to repair the ship's hull, such as the crack problem problem face, it is better, suitable, safe to use, and meets the operational requirements and desired specification. However, by using small type welding, it offers a high standard of strength, efficiency, and cost expenditure ratio. The characteristics of the method in question are able to improve joint inspection and effective installation. That's all my present now. Thank you and goodbye.